Are you getting this? Where's the clapper? That's a great start. Is it filming?
It's full.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the clapper? Up. Okay, let's just be children. Let's up the ante. Where's the clapper? No, we want the film clapper.
No. Listen, bro, we paying a fee here. This is not for free.
Yeah.
I expect a clapper. I expect professionalism.
A clapper that was used in a Hollywood production.
You literally just use your hands to clap. And you barefoot as well.
The clapper that they used in Safe House when they filmed it in Cape Town with Denzel Washington and Ryan Reynolds.
Why that one though?
Because I couldn't think of another movie that was filmed in Cape Town. No clapper. Okay, use your hands.
He already clapped.
I want him to do it again. Here we go. Professional. Aware. What's up? Welcome to Non-Traveling Reserves. Proudly powered by Bet.co.za. Did I get it right?
No, a new one. Another one. You can't. Bro, these guys are sponsoring us.
Bet.co.za. Thank you so much for investing in two young, aspiring street cricketers that have failed at trying to be professional cricketers. And now I have a leather couch. It's the original leather couch, eh?
And yeah, and now we have episode 2 of
Episode
the
2.
Non-Traveling Reserves. Episode 1 was a banger. Well, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I don't like looking at my old work and
Yes.
listening to my old work. But I watched it a couple of times and I was really happy with the product. Hopefully we can get to that level and
Yeah.
maybe even go above.
I was very proud of us. I sent to my closest friendship groups, to my parents as well. My dad enjoyed it. And the one thing he did say is like, don't let the mics cover your face. Because he said, he said, Carl's got a nice jawbone structure.
Oh, wow. No, but
and a nice beard. He mustn't be
no,
shy.
I'm going to put that down to Kaya because, I mean,
No.
we literally filmed like I was like this for
Yes.
most of it.
You know what, eh? You can't throw Kaya under the bus. They've been very professional. You, on the other hand, I'm worried about. Because you somehow leave your laptop live here during...
Well, I need to check my notes and stuff.
but it's all in your brain.
I know, but just in case.
Okay.
Just in case I really want to drive home
The facts.
a fact that I want to make.
Okay. But I think we've done well. And I think we're more... we well groomed this episode.
Don't say that. I mean, I haven't cut my hair.
Yeah, but you look good in shorts. It's
Thank you.
summer.
Thank you.
Yeah, very airy.
Yeah. Jeepers.
You wash your shoes.
Dude, okay. It's weird. Ooh.
Didn't your mommy ever tell you dress up for the visitors?
I don't know. If you know of a nice place to wash my shoes that's affordable,
Yes.
please let me know because I'm not good at that kind of life admin.
You know what? I bought sneaker wipes.
And it works.
It works, especially like for those quick fixes, because I feel like I call them the TikTok generation, and I think everyone does. The mere fact that I say that makes me sound like an uncle.
Yeah.
But the cool kids, they judge you if you have dirty shoes.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, appearance is everything in the
Yes.
social media world. But before we get into that, because I really want to talk about the topics that we'll be discussing.
Yes.
Just talking about Gen Z, millennials and stuff.
Yes.
So Kelly, my partner,
Yes.
what she taught me now is that
What was her review of the...
she thought it was good.
Okay, nice.
But I'm talking about they know you're a millennial or older when you do your photos is it landscape?
Yes.
You're supposed to do your filming
Yes. In the long one.
in the portrait.
Portrait.
And then another dead giveaway is that millennials or older will stand and smile,
Yes.
but your photos should be more natural, maybe even a little bit blurry. And it's like,
Ah.
and it must be a little blurry,
Yes.
have that natural feel. So
Okay.
that's how that's how the Gen Z
Yes.
separate themselves from us
From us.
millennials
Oh, we're
and
old.
older.
And they wear loose clothes.
I'm still young at heart, okay? Let's just get that
You're not
straight.
young at heart. You're young at good hope. Can we just clear and make sure that we don't blur the lines here, Carl
That's
Lewis?
true. That's true. Well, can we go over the topic? I'll go over the topics. We obviously going to start off with Liverpool's humiliation of Manchester United.
Yes.
And then we're going to tuck into some cricket. There was some news there. Obviously, they play the West Indies. We're filming on a Tuesday. They're playing tomorrow. But there's been there's a new T20 captain, new changes to the coaching staff. Then we're going to touch on the Stormers, who secured yet another South African URC shield.
Yep.
And then we're going to end off with Formula One. First race of the season, Bahrain, out of the way. Excited for what's to come. Well, actually, I mean, it
Are
looks
we-
like it's more of the same.
Yes, I was
but
going to say, are we?
We'll get into that. But those are our topics for today.
Yes.
And I am keen to get going.
Yes. I don't know if our listeners and viewers can hear the noise that was upstairs. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how soundproof it is. If you did hear it, we're filming under the N1. So, so don't worry. It's just a truck passing by.
Talking about the N1, I mean, the Man United defense was
Oh, Carl Lewis.
as free
I love this segue.
as the
What happened? Up until the 40th, we all thought, all right, we got a good derby day.
United had better chances.
Yeah, Penny McCarthy, all right. Lekker Ten Hag, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool double clutch like they were dicing on the N1, M5, and N2.
Yeah. Like, for me, the game was just perfectly encapsulates how a narrative changes.
Yes.
It can change week to week. Like, before the match, the preview was like, Manchester United on a high.
Back of the Carabao Cup, yeah.
Things are going well. And, almost a forgettable season for Liverpool.
Yes.
But you step away from all of that and you realize Liverpool are only 3 points behind a Champions League position. They've won 12 out of their last 15 points, or 13 out of their last 15 points in the Premier League. They've kept 5 clean sheets in a row. And
Has anyone made noise about that?
well, I mean, I think Liverpool fans now will realize, but that's the thing, these overarching narratives that shape the conversation, they happen, but they actually, if you just think about it, Liverpool have been playing well. They've been keeping clean sheets, winning in the Premier League. United, yes, they've been winning, but recently they haven't been necessarily playing well. It took 2 late goals against West Ham United recently. And another point, sorry that I'm talking a lot.
I love it when you talk a lot. Can we just have a moment to go, Carl Lewis, I'm looking at the camera. When you speak football and facts, Dalin always the happiest man alive.
Okay, thank you.
Be amazing. You're born to be amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But now, a month ago when Liverpool was struggling, we were having a discussion in a WhatsApp group with some friends, and a guy asked, what's the problem with Liverpool?
I was going to say.
And the first thing most of us would have said was the midfield.
Okay.
But I tell you what, the midfield won them that match. Henderson, Fabinho, and Harvey Elliott. Probably Harvey Elliott's best match in a Liverpool shirt. Liverpool fans, I'll leave that up to you to decide. But I think it is the best I've seen him play. But I mean, people have been coming at Henderson,
Yes.
and with good reason. But however, that guy, he won so much ball.
Showing up.
More than
So why
anyone.
do you think they've been going at the midfield though?
Because the midfield hasn't been good. It's been pedestrian. Fabinho, how we all going on about Casemiro this season, that was Fabinho last season.
I hear you.
He was just like unstoppable, or 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
And I thought he's showing out again.
Yes.
When Virgil and Ibrahim Konate, the centre backs, they've also obviously come in, brought some stability, leadership. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the Liverpool midfield.
Yes.
But having said
Nunez
that,
as well, man.
I want to get there. I want to get there. Having said that about the midfield, that doesn't mean Liverpool does not need to invest in their midfield.
Okay.
They still need to do it.
If you could choose 1 or 2 players to have as reinforcements, who would it be? You can pick from anywhere in the world.
Shoo! Damn, that's like...
They give you a blank check, yeah. Jurgen says...
There's I think maybe a creative midfielder, like what we thought Naby Keita could be. No, that's a very good question, Dalin.
But given your plethora of knowledge of the footballers, because I know you watch all the leagues, so if you had, that could fill the gap within Liverpool specifically. On the back end of Bobby leaving, on the back end of Mane leaving, that trio being broken up.
Sure, let me give that some thought, actually. That's a very good question. Because I think a lot of, they've needed a central midfielder that can progress the ball, that can run with the ball. And
so on that, what's been their big gap this season coming from last season? Because it's been scary just watching the decline. And I'm a United fan, just let me preface it with that. But I like Klopp for a few reasons. He also likes South Africa. He loves Sia, he loves Wade, he loves Faf. They've gone to Anfield. When he was down here, he showed them love. He was down for a charity event in South Africa as well. So as a human, krijg him lekker browser.
Yeah, no, 100%. I want to put that question to the listeners.
100%.
Blank check. Who are we signing for Liverpool? Because suddenly now I'm...
You're thinking?
Yeah, I'm struggling here, bro.
But run me through what your thoughts are, Ari. when Mane left? Was that the big gap?
No, you see, because I think Luis Diaz is a great replacement.
Okay.
Like for like. So I don't think Mane leaving is such a big issue. I just think Darwin needed time to settle in. Maybe that the midfield needed a little bit of injection of life.
Yeah.
They're still good players, so they can perform like they did. But you asked about the forward line, Bobby leaving. The game was so perfect in the sense that, Mo Salah got a brace to go over Robbie Fowler's record.
Yes.
Cody Gakpo, the new signing, gets a brace, settle him a bit.
Yes.
Darwin Núñez, who I know people like to make cut of, but he gets into really good positions. He's very
scored, bro.
Enterprising. He scores 2 goals, and then Bobby makes it 7 on the week that it's announced that Bobby Firmino's leaving the club. And there's no doubt he's an Anfield legend. But
great teeth, by the way.
Oh, fantastic.
Can we just have a moment? Can we give a clap for Firmino's teeth, please?
Yeah.
Great teeth.
But in the back of my head while I'm talking now,
that's your new 3.
I'm really struggling if they had a blank check and we need to put this out to the listeners.
Let us know.
To the watchers, the listeners. Because now I would love to know who the hell it is.
So, flipping the switch now, looking at United, 7 goals within, let's say,
6 goals came in the second half.
48 minutes from the 42nd when the opener was scored. Who, where, what, and how? Gaps. There were gaps. What happened?
It's hard not to overreact, but for me, been a great solid season so far. It's a blip in the system. You take your hiding, you take your L, you take your embarrassment, you bounce back. It's all about the bounce back now. Lisandro Martinez didn't have his best game, but for me, he's still a quality signing. Rafael Varane is still quality. Casemiro is still quality. I mean, I think you can look at the right back, Diego Dalot. Perhaps there could be improvement. There's a lot of improvement that's needed in this United squad, but they're still on the right track. It's just a loss. What is very sad is how their captain, Bruno Fernandes, behaved during the game. I mean, the man had basically a meltdown, and I mean, there's videos of him asking to be substituted.
Yeah.
But for me, if I'm a United fan, I'm like,
what else can I say about this?
I'm taking my all.
Yes.
It was a historic day. You have to go back to the 90s.
Yes.
I went back to the 1920s and 1930s.
31, I think.
Yes, 31 for the heaviest defeat. The heaviest defeat for Liverpool, which was 7-1 before that. You have to go back to 1895. United was still Newton Heath then.
Oh, and Liverpool fans have good memories, no? And Manchester, especially with derby days.
Yes.
But I like this because it shows why the Premier League is the best league in the world. You can put our money on that?
Yeah. No one, I mean, they have all the money on it. They have all the money anyway. That's why, Nottingham Forest can outspend all the Serie A clubs.
Geez, Brentford vying for a spot in Europe as well.
Yeah, I like Brentford. I like their manager, Danish manager, Thomas Franke. I really like him.
Yeah. You reckon they'll make it to Europe?
Maybe a Europa League place. You never know. But I mean, there's a lot of competition. There's still Conte Spurs that's in the mix.
Yes.
Eddie Howe's Newcastle needs to come up.
Yes.
So there's still many storylines. And this is what I say. Huge weekend for Arsenal as well.
Yes.
I mean, we'll look back.
The steam train is still there.
If they win, we'll look back at this moment, Reece Nelson's goal, and be 100%. Like, you're a game changer. But I'm still concerned if I'm an Arsenal fan. 12 games left.
Do they have what it takes? Will City drop the ball?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, Premier League is exciting, but Liverpool is actually playing really well at this point in time. Yeah. They're picking up points. They're keeping clean sheets. Man United, a reality check for them may be necessary after the Carabao Cup and stuff. They edged a few games after the Carabao Cup. So now it's time for them to reset and finish the season strong.
Still love you, Benny McCarthy. We'll always love you, Benny McCarthy.
There we go.
In my mind, you still won.
Yeah.
You did not lose. Okay. We just had a quick little Cheers. This is always here.
Yeah.
This is always
courtesy of Kaya as well.
Yeah, thank you, Kaya.
Looking after
Not only giving us a leather couch microphone and spotlights with amazing production, but also iced coffees. These iced coffees are powered by bet.co.za.
Yes. Are you Ready to move on to
No.
soccer, or did you remember your
I have a
questions?
question. I got a question.
Okay.
Mo Salah,
Mm.
right? Liverpool's all-time leading goal scorer in the Premier League. He's on 129 now. Egyptian king. How big is this for Africa? It's massive. Like, I feel
Definitely
like
is.
sometimes we don't take moments to go, Africans doing the things, because there was a part where they were angry with Salah and they were like, he's not in form, he's not scoring. But looking at his career at Liverpool, it's fire,
It's ridiculous. Yo.
Like fire.
And considering he was a Chelsea reject, and he came through the Egyptian system, and I think Egypt specifically can be very proud of him, and Africa. I mean, there was a time where the Africans were absolutely bossing Liverpool. Sadio
Yes.
and Mo Salah, powerful duo. But now the guy's an absolute legend. There's just no getting around it.
Yes.
He takes people on. He dribbles. He's looking to score goals. He's just, he's that guy. And we must not forget that. His goal scoring record at Liverpool is like otherworldly. And it's easy to get complacent when someone's so good for so long.
Yes, because the expectation level is, you're not scoring, you're not playing
exactly.
good. We're throwing you away. He needs to leave. We need to make a new signing. I'm like, yo, guys, suspend you. Hectic.
Like you spoke about Sadio Mane. They had to make a decision, basically.
Yes.
Do we stick with Sadio or do we stick with that? One of them were getting a big contract.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been both. And obviously they made, at least for me,
So you're saying Liverpool's a poor club?
yes, they're not a poor club, but they're not,
I
stingy.
know. I was fortunate enough to go to Anfield as a kid.
Okay.
And I went to Old Trafford as well. We were on under 13 cricket tour.
Okay.
And worlds apart from Old Trafford to Anfield. Both amazing. Lots of history, lots of heritage. Very blessed to have seen it. But when you see the stadiums, you go, it makes sense.
Yes.
It makes sense.
Yes. But they made the right decision with giving Salah the contract that he wanted.
Yes.
I know it messed up their wage structure, but perhaps. But they did the right thing, choosing between the two.
I tell you who did the right thing. Rob Walters. Rob Walters did the right thing by taking the stress and captaincy away while Temba stepped down, essentially.
Yes, because it was becoming untenable.
Yes.
He wasn't justifying his place in the side. And what changes did he make, Dalin?
Yeah, no. I just liked it as a segue. Do you see how we use words?
It was
We
brilliant.
were using words to segue. No, but with Aiden Markam coming in as our T20 skipper on the back end of a fantastic SA20, what a wonderful backdrop and podium for him to step up on in terms of confidence, in terms of confidence in home soil, in terms of confidence in capabilities. Scored a ton in the test, but also scored a ton in the SA20. And we're going, Aiden, this is what we as South African cricket fans have been wanting for years. You to get that potential. You know the source. What's his nickname?
Source, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we want.
Yeah.
And he's there. Happy.
Yeah, deserved. I mean, he just won the SA20, as you said, with the Sunrisers. But he's obviously, his career has taken a couple of detours.
Yeah,
I mean, I think when he scored that 100 against...
A lot of Uber trips cancelled.
Yes.
And a lot of it once ordered. Then it was a Uber Black. Then it was a Uber X. And it was a share.
Sharing rides.
Yeah.
Going off course. Google Maps not working.
Yeah, in a pothole.
But now it's working. And
Brilliant.
I want to give him credit for the transformation he's had.
Yes.
And it's a transformation and also an evolution. The reason why I say this, we know him as the guy who scored 150 against the Aussies in Test match cricket. We were like, this guy.
Is he a
future Test captain as well.
From under 19
future
already.
captain. One of the few Proteas to hold the ICC trophy.
Yes. Under 19 World
at
Cup.
Under 19 World Cup. Anyway, he was supposed to be that long format player. It didn't work out, but he's just reimagined himself and redesigned himself as this brute of a T20 player that can come in at number 4 and score
Murder
at 150 from over 6 to 20, which I think is so impressive, man.
I mean, even when he scored that ton, post-match interview, he said, I wasn't aware that you could score a ton batting at 4, depending on where you come in.
Yes.
And we as South African cricket fans, I think the timing of all of this is perfect because we've been waiting for players to find their space, but also for our team to find their space. And now with the new white ball coach, Rob Walters, we're going, hey, JP Duminy is in the mix as well. He's batting coach. We've got 4 youngsters, but not that young, but players who've earned their salt and their keep on the local circuit in the ODI squad.
Yeah, Rory Kleinveld is the bowling coach, and JP Duminy is the new batting coach,
Yeah.
which I personally like. I mean, I've seen how JP operates with the Power Rocks and the
Yes.
Power Royals. Good thing. I mean, we've interviewed
Rory as well. Shout out Rory, we love you, man.
Yeah, and
Both Vic's boys.
yeah,
Victoria Cricket Club, lots of rich history.
rich history. Although those are our rivals. Yeah.
Yes, at St. Augustine's.
Yes.
I think JV's playing for Strandfontein now.
Oh, really?
A game or two.
Well-
Shout out to Kevin Yevel as well.
Well, I think I respect JP as a man and the way he thinks about
Yes.
the game, and I think he's a player's coach, man.
Yes.
He will really get to know the player and see what makes them tick. And I think Rory is of that ilk. Every time you speak to him, he's a very thoughtful dude, and he really knows his
He's
cricket.
a gem, bruh. Gem.
And I mean, my last memory of him was one day game in 2020. They playing the Titans, and Dean Alga was batting.
In his pocket.
Yes, dude, he just worked Dean Alga out so well. So he's a smart dude. I know,
Yes.
South African fans, they aren't close to the domestic game, and
Yes.
and don't see the value that he
Roses-
brings.
So much time in South Africa, in the UK. Also, he's
Yes,
working with the SN and 19s with
Yes.
Shukri and with Marty's as well.
yes. So I'm happy with those appointments.
And he's appointed for the specific series. And then Wandile Guavu is the
Fielding.
He's fielding. So then I think Walters will make the final appointments
yes,
afterwards. But just being in the space, young,
Yeah.
dynamic, and
Yeah.
fresh.
Exciting. And hope that Aiden Markam does well as the T20 captain.
Yeah. And that the team does well.
Yes.
On the back end of the SA20, on the back end of a woman coming second in the T20 World
there's
Cup.
good vibes.
Good
Keep those
vibes.
Good vibes. Hopefully the Proteas can win this week in the
Yes.
test match.
And play 5 days. Can we just play 5 days?
Let the guy, as long
That's
as we're
what-
winning,
I
let's just win
I just
now,
want the
Dalin.
5-day test match call. As a
Let's-
cricket lover, I just
let's
want
just
5
win.
days. Very excited also about the 4 uncapped players in the ODI squad. Tony De Zorzi, you got Gerald Coetzee, Ryan Rickelton, and there's
Tristan
one more.
Stubbs.
Tristan Stubbs, murderer.
Yeah.
More six. You don't need big sixes, no?
Yeah.
More six.
But I mean, he's needed to be there. And Ryan Rickelton and Tony De Zorzi, I think they averaged at least over 80 in the One Day Cup.
Yes.
Both of them scored a
I
couple
don't
of-
know numbers, but they did extremely well.
They both scored a couple centuries here and there, or big 80s as well. They're both averaging high, both deserve it. I mean, Rickelton deserves to be playing the test side. I just want to
100%,
put that out there right
100%.
now.
There was backlash on social media because I love our mad South Africans
Yeah.
when they didn't see him in the squad. And we're on the same page. Gun batsman.
Yeah,
Serious
man.
player. Unlucky.
I just think, you can't deny someone who's in such
Good form.
good form, man.
Impeccable form.
You and for an extended period as well. I mean, even
Yes.
when they dropped him from the Australian tour
Yes.
because of injury.
I love that you said that because they interviewed him about it and he's
Yes.
like, I was fit.
While clearly he was fit, the man was scoring hundreds in 4-day cricket.
Yeah.
Literally, while our batting lineup was getting
Crumbling. Yeah.
he was putting up
Scoring
big
runs.
numbers. And I mean, we beat the Windies, but the second innings was
No,
not good.
Flaky. And I say flaky because I missed Test cricket 5 days, like I was telling you. And why? With us scoring 400 plus 500. Yo, how delicious would it be
Yeah,
for South African batting lineup to score 500 plus and declare?
yeah,
But are we at this space as fans now where we go, we acknowledging that we are rebuilding
yes,
and we've been rebuilding for long,
yeah.
but we're going, we need to figure out our top 6.
Mm.
We need to figure out who they are because we don't know.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing. And it's easy for me to say, yeah, he must play, play. But people must be taken out as well.
Yes.
But it's also like there's this delicate balance between giving a person enough chance to
Yes.
prove themselves and instead of being reactionary.
With a limited test window. Look
Yeah.
at the few
Yes.
test matches we're
Oh, my
playing.
word. And that, I mean, KG again got
Yes.
6 wickets. And I mean, they were putting up some stats about the amount
Scary.
of wickets taken.
Scary.
And the amount of wickets he's taken, and you look at his innings, he took it in, and you compare it to the Aussies, Indians, and
He's
and
miles
Englishmen.
ahead, bro.
It's just, this is a public service announcement.
He's a goat.
This is a public service. Yeah, well, Kagiso Rabada is a goat, but someone like him is, for years to come, is going to be robbed
Yes.
because while in a period where England, India, and Australia are playing 20 tests, we playing 11 tests.
Yeah.
So right now we have one of the greatest bowlers ever in Kagiso Rabada, but he will never reach the top of those rankings.
Yeah.
And neither will our batsmen, because we just don't play enough test cricket, which is very sad. So
Also, like, okay, yes, this is a 3-match test series, but like 5-match test series.
2-match.
Is this 2-match?
It's 2 matches.
Flip, man. So yeah, look at me getting excited because I'm dying for a 3-match test series. Why are we playing 2-match test series? It doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, I can tell you how.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, Carl. I'm gonna fight with you on this. What? 2? And now one win one, the other one win the other, and now we draw. No, it must go to a decider. Give us an uneven number.
I can tell you how it does. So it all comes down to
T20 cricket.
It all comes down to money.
Yes.
Can you put a cha-ching there?
And
Thank
can you
you.
put the stressed Eric Carton back in the day? Can you put one by my head, please?
Damn it.
So it all comes down to money. Like, so off tours, the West Indies don't make money. We make the broadcast
As the
money
hosts.
as the host, right? But we don't make big money because
Yes.
there's not everyone's clamoring for rights to
Yes.
watch the Proteas versus the Windies.
Also, they started a test on a Tuesday. Can we just discuss that? Can we start a WhatsApp group on that, please? 'Cause
Good grief.
in a third world country where people need jobs.
Yo, bruh. But maybe they were like the unemployment rate is high.
And then they
they'll
don't
be-
even let it go to the weekend.
I know.
But yeah, give us the numbers there.
So no, I mean, it all, like say we travel to the West Indies,
Yes.
to go play a tour there. We don't make money from that
Yes.
tour. The Windies do. Countries only make money of India, Australia, and
Yes,
England.
the big 3.
Yes. So when they tour, that's our cash cow. And that almost like when India tours here, that's like we surviving off that money.
That's why we were hurt when they cancelled, man.
Exactly. And that's why the SA20 is supposed to fill that void, that financial void
Yes.
that, I mean, CSA is in deep financial
Yes.
trouble. And that's why the SA20 is so important. It's much bigger than, developing the next talent. It's about ensuring our financial future. But yeah, the way cricket is set up, broadcast rights, only the home team makes money.
When's our next test? Couple of months time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know, to be honest with
my
you.
festive season.
Yeah.
We'll try to pull it up over here. We can't always give you all the
Yeah.
facts off the bat, but
Durant, here we go.
next test series.
Yeah, it is.
But the scary thing is we're not playing regular test cricket. Now think about the players who only are one format.
Yeah.
Dean Alga, you only a test cricketer that you
Yeah.
can't. Brah.
Mm.
It's a lot. It's scary.
It's not lekker. And I mean, I think all cricket purists love test cricket and appreciate it.
Mm.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what the future looks like? Just keep on supporting the SA20.
Yes.
Keep on supporting South African cricket in some format. We need the money.
Yes.
And,
And fill up the stadiums the way we fill up our rugby matches. Oh my word. Carl Lewis.
yeah.
How magical was DHL Stadium Saturday? I didn't go to the game. I had friends that went there.
Mm.
Record of just over 30,000.
Just over 30.
Coastal Derby.
Yeah.
What a magical time for rugby in this country.
Oh, yeah. The rugby is going through a golden period, a renaissance. Let's say that.
Depth,
Off the-
depth on depth.
off the-
Deeper than the swimming pools in Sea
Yeah.
Point over festive season.
And they're hitting all the right notes. Obviously, South Africa supports you when you are
Win.
winning. That's the basis, the
Yes.
foundation of all this goodwill.
Yes.
We won the World Cup, brilliant. But rugby is hitting so many things right. Like, we don't have transformation discussions.
At all.
We South African fans are just
And if it
rug-
does pop up, they get silenced very quickly.
exactly.
Numbers, stats, pa, pa, pa.
Yeah.
But what was magical, I also think, was Rassi. And we were fortunate to get the insight with Chasing the Sun.
Yeah,
We addressed the political, the
Straight
racial,
up,
the
straight up.
every landscape straight up and went, guys, this is what it's about.
Yeah,
We're respecting, we aware, etc. Fast forward how many years later? That's the result
yeah.
of addressing issues.
100%. I think it just shows you, if you want to have a good relationship in any team, being open and honest
Even
about.
personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But rugby is going through a golden patch, and
the
the Storm.
DHL Stormers,
and-
Carl Lewis, get excited with me.
Yeah,
Put on
yeah.
your rugby commentator voice.
I don't have.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Dobson, DHL Stormers, SA Shield winners. This is you, Bladen, on a bit of popsuck. Oh my word.
You no, not
No.
no. You Bladen still love you. Hope you're doing well. You are a voice of an era.
A voice of an era.
Yeah, I mean, the Stormers, they won their
Yes.
sealed another South African URC shield,
So good.
which means we won our
our
thing.
derby days.
Yeah, I mean, we won all of our derby days.
Yeah.
6 out of 6, home and away, clapped all of them. And for me, that's what's been most impressive.
Yes.
I think there was a while where the Stormers would bottle it. Even
Yes.
Western Province, come Curry Cup semi-finals. You know, the Sharks are coming to
Can
play.
only play home games.
Yeah, and we lose. I mean, I feel like we even lost Sharks semi-final in recent years.
Yes. And then with a couple of our players going to the Sharks, this victory was oh so sweet.
Yeah. It just shows you what a well-run place, or when you leave the coaches to focus on the rugby.
Yes.
I mean, when all that turmoil was happening politically, John Dobson was apparently doing like a lot,
Yeah.
like more than just coaching, trying to chat to potential investors.
Yes.
T-boy,
Everything.
picking up the ice, you know,
Everything.
giving massages.
Everything.
So it just shows you let them do their job. Because
Yes.
there was a period where I was like, yo, maybe John Dobson has to go because the results weren't going.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
oh my
bro.
word, I was proven wrong. And I love John Dobson.
Yes. He's gone, bro.
Even while I think he
know.
was fired.
I
or
know.
Should be fired.
You always spoke highly of him. I remember during our attempt at the sports show days during lockdown, you spoke of his pops as well.
Yes,
And
yes.
you gave the history behind that. Stuff that I wasn't aware of. I was like, yeah.
I think his father once said I was a very good rugby player. And I controlled it. His father wrote I controlled
Where was this? Where was this?
a rugby game with my boot against Rondebosch.
If you are watching and listening and you have access to John Dobson, just quote Carl Lewis and say that a very esteemed gentleman, the senior Dobson, is a fan of Carl Lewis's
Yeah.
schoolboy rugby.
Yeah, so, but I mean,
If I was...
his father's name's Paul Dobson, and John is very much of that ilk, a writer, reads a lot, blah, blah, blah. But he's a great coach.
Great coach.
He's man management.
If I could, I would knight him. Like, I would phone Charles and they say, what's my bro? One of the brasse here, Tobo.
Can't we give him the key to the city? Do we have a key to the city?
You got keys. I don't know. There used to be keys to Gala. We can't give him the keys to the city. Did they do it?
I mean, if they...
Whatever we can give you, Dobbo.
Yeah.
Let us know. We will.
And he
make
signed
sure.
a new contract.
Yes.
But I mean, the Stormer success, I just think like it's just a good vibe there. I mean, for me, when you think of when we grew up, the Stormers,
Yes.
Men in Black, and the Western Province and that Stormers were known for the
Yes.
rugby that they play. And this team plays that kind of rugby, bro.
Ask me what I did on New Year's Eve.
What did you do on New Year's Eve?
I went to go watch Stormers. I was at the match when we beat the Lions. Week before that, I was watching the Bulls, and I was so excited because I was like, people are here, Carl. People are coming to the stadium. And then it was magical season because a lot of people's family was down from overseas. And on both match days, I'm sitting with expats, with family and friends from Oz, New Zealand, England. And the mad thing is like, we've been following Stormers and other
Yeah.
teams of SA, and I'm going, this is good.
Yeah.
SA's in that, like you said, Renaissance, golden rugby period. And on Dobbo, the magic is creating in the camp to get the best out of players.
Yes. I mean, we spoke
Oh.
about it before camera.
Spit some facts for me, Carl.
I mean, just how people's careers have been revived. Mani Lebok,
Oh,
case in
gun.
point. Diamani,
Gun.
case in point. Evan Roos is a Sharks reject.
Yes.
He was the best player in the URC last
Gun.
season. He's playing
Also,
great rugby.
Mursa arms.
Even, I mean, there's Brock Harris, who, I mean, the man is 57
Yes.
and he's scrumming on both sides
Yes.
and being good at it.
Yes.
Like, I'm just like, Brock Harris, this is amazing. Even these new guys that
Did
are
you say
coming.
he's 57?
No, he's like 38,
I was
man.
going to feel like, no.
He's
But
like 38.
Brock, we love you, but that boldness, it confuses
Nah,
you.
that is my guy. Like, the older I grow, the more I start loving props.
Brock Harris. Love him. Love him. Throw Dion Foury's name in that same WhatsApp group.
Yeah. I mean, Dion Fourie, like Brock Harris, they in the not late 30s. Dion Fourie is 36, which is
They've
going to
taken
be
knocks
my
for
age.
rugby players.
But Dion Fourie is playing like top 10 in
Yes.
the world.
Gun.
The guy is such an impactful player. The steals he has is so valuable to the Stormers. It's just like unbelievable the level that this guy is playing at. And I mean, I guess that's what Dobbo and Andy's coaches, I mean, I had this fantastic interview with the Stormers forwards coach Rito Shlongwane,
Yes.
Labib Levy, Norman Laker, all the
Yes.
guys. They got a great staff.
Davis Neyman.
David,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's the whole, yeah?
Yeah,
Coach Chip is the manager.
yeah,
I
there we
think
go.
got all of them, yeah.
But why I love the Stormers side, play beautiful rugby.
Yes.
They are winning. Very representative of the Western Cape.
Team culture, they understand it.
You know,
And it's more than a photo.
yes, man, they're so representative of demographics and stuff. And that does mean something to me. I'm not going to lie.
Bro, they're the people's team. They're
And
any lighty that watches them, regardless of their background, goes, I'm there.
yeah,
I can see myself there. And they platman. Feet
yeah,
on the ground,
yes.
no egos. I've seen them do laps of honors, Carmen, up
Yeah.
until like 30 minutes after the match.
And that's how you connect with the fans. That's what kids want. We want all
Photo opportunities.
Yes, and I just think the Stormers things are going well. I hope they can take it all the way. They might need someone like the Bulls to do them a favor against Leinster again
Yes.
to open it up, because that Leinster side in the URC is incredible.
As long as we get a home semi-final.
Yeah, yeah. But
The-
I mean,
we'll take care of the rest.
good vibes.
Right
Good
through.
vibes with the Stormers. You talk about taking care of the rest, though. I mean, Red Bull has just given Max Verstappen a car, and he's just taking.
Sure, Carl.
Care of the
One
rest.
and two in Bahrain.
Yeah.
Is it Bahrain or Bahrain? I always wonder.
I think you can say both. Both is acceptable. I want to say Bahrain.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel awkward saying it.
Likewise.
And then
But
you say
listen,
Bahrain.
we had a dry track. The weather was good, so there was no rain. So we'll say Bahrain. Because is that fair?
Yeah, fair.
There, if it
Bahrain
rain.
it is.
Okay.
So Red Bull 1 and 2. But obviously, like outside of that, the biggest talking point obviously is the Aston Martin of Fernando Alonso.
We can clap.
Yeah,
He's the OG, bro.
yeah, and he
He's
loves
a
playing that
OG.
villain role,
Yes.
which adds a bit of a layer of
He's a
intrigue
rock
as
star.
well.
Is it fair to say he's a rock star?
Absolutely,
Mm.
and he marches to the tune of his own drum or
Yes.
beat,
Yes.
and
That's yacht.
yeah, I just hope that a Ferrari can sort out
Yeah. They're everything.
their issues. What
Mercedes.
do you know what the crazy thing is?
I love your pause.
Do you know that Aston Martin gets their parts
From.
and their power unit from Mercedes,
Dude,
and they've still created a better car?
where did I was reading this a while back. There's another, isn't there another company as well? Or another car?
What do you mean?
As in another team that gets their parts from Mercedes? No?
Yes, I don't know which one that is though, but there is
But
another
there
one.
is,
There's
eh?
two, like Haas gets it from
Yes.
Ferrari.
Okay, so I'm not speaking out of my...
Yes,
yeah.
no, you're not. No, there's lots.
If we can get it, pull it up here.
Yeah,
Durant.
Durant.
The other team that Mercedes supplies parts. And their cars function. What's
Yeah.
happening with Toto then? Is he scaling too much?
I don't know, but I mean, it's obviously you look at the engineers and the team
Yes.
who creates the car, who makes the car, who builds the car. It's on them. I mean, I think Lewis did relatively well to finish 5th. George Russell came 7th, I think. So yeah, big problems there. I think you can you look at the first race of the season, you can almost forget about them challenging.
Yes. And for me, the scary thing is because I have a love-hate relationship with Verstappen. Because like on a few occasions, he put people's lives at risk, man.
Yeah, and he's a
bit of a brat.
He's a
brat. We can say he's a brat.
He's a natural villain
Yes.
as well. But
I don't think he had friends growing up.
no,
I'm being honest with you.
I think his dad, who was a average driver, I think pushed him.
Pushed him.
So his dad, Joss, and Michael Schumacher were friends.
Okay.
So
and then Schumi
so
was
Mick-
successful.
Mick and Max grew up together, went on holidays,
Okay.
and I feel like Josh Verstappen, he obviously,
Drilled
you
him.
better be.
Yes.
And Max is an absolute killer, though. I mean, I can separate my dislike for him as a person, but
Yes.
this guy is like otherworldly talent. This guy is on Lewis's. He will get to Lewis's level.
And look, that's crucial for the sport, the cycle of the next generation and these gun kids, because that was Lewis was when he came on. That's a Chumi, that was
Yeah.
where you go, it's kid prodigies.
Yes.
That's the space for it.
Yeah. And look, I hope that Red Bull can be challenged, but
Yes.
I mean, you looked at that. But this is also the other thing. Everyone was going on about Aston Martin, but the testing 2 weeks before the race and the race all happened in Bahrain.
Yeah.
So the next races is Saudi Arabia and Australia.
Yes.
That's different challenges, driver-wise, for the car
Yeah.
and for the driver.
And Saudi was a mess last year.
Yes. So let's see how Aston Martin does on a different track. Because
Different
remember, they spent
conditions.
a month at this track.
I hear you. I want to know how Gunther's doing. I love Gunther.
Ooh, it wasn't a good day for Gunther.
Was he sweating?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a good
He
day.
stole my heart in Drive to Survive.
Oh, no, he is the breakout star. Gene. I've got to call Gene. I love how he says Gene.
I get him. For me, he's that proper battery.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
lives on his own laws. Anyway, the first F1 race of the season is done. Fans are happy. Spoiled for choice with sport. I know the NFL, they had their first combine.
They had the NFL combine.
Yes.
Do you even know what the combine is? Though?
Yes, it's when you combine here and you combine. Tell us.
No.
Off camera, we were laughing.
So there's a draft.
Yes.
There's the NFL draft with
There's a
the
door
best
clip.
college player.
It's a bit of a windy. Where's the draft? Duran!
There's
Close the door, there's a
draft.
draft. Tell Tom Brady there's a draft. He's getting old.
So basically, they get the best college players who are entering the next draft,
okay.
and they put them through a series of physical challenges and workouts. So you get to see
That's
there was
amazing.
There was one kid who blew everyone out of the water physically. His name's Anthony Richardson. He's a quarterback. He was for Florida. So there's a couple of good quarterbacks. So everyone's like trying to figure out who's gonna what the draft order is going to be. Are they gonna draft a quarterback? Are people going to try and draft up, like give you future draft picks so they can draft number one and get the quarterback they want? But this Anthony Richardson guy, he might not have the arm. He has a powerful arm, but he might not be as good as other quarterbacks. But the physicality that's never been seen before. His jump, his speed. He's like,
how old is he?
I think he's about 21,
Okay.
22. But absolute physical specimen. Has a gun arm, but I don't think he'll go number one in the draft. Who knows? But he was definitely the breakout star of the NFL Combine. But I don't know, why are we talking about this?
We just brought it up because we spoke about it off
Oh,
air.
yeah.
I'm not shy to say I don't know.
Okay.
You know, you get some sportsmen. I know. I hate looking at someone going, you know what this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So when I can learn something, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
But I only want to learn from you, man.
Okay.
Like,
well, we look forward to when the draft is. It's a
Yes.
very exciting time. It's life-changing time for players. And yeah, who will be the number one draft pick? For all the NFL people out there, who do you think it's going to be? There was the guy who was supposed to be number one. He might be arrested very soon because he was in a car accident in Georgia. His name's Jalen Carter. So yeah, there's lots up in the air.
I tell you what's not up in the air. Non-traveling reserves.
What a
Number
podcast.
one draft pick, Carl Lewis. Can we just... No, I'm clapping you as the... I'm not even number two. I'm the manager. I bought you.
No, we are non-traveling together.
Yes.
We've both been sidelined together.
We are sitting in the draft by Zico Vlei or Princess Vlei. If you don't know what a Vlei is, that's like a lake, but in a different area. It's just...
Good episode today.
Well done.
Enjoyed the topics.
Yes.
And 2 weeks in a row, we've been consistent. More consistency next week.
100%.
Love
Thanks
it.
to everyone for watching, for listening, and big love to bet.co.za for making sure that this magic can happen on an original leather couch. Ha! What you say, non-traveling reserves.